I don't know if I've said this on the podcast, but I've never been entangled with a man that's uncircumcised.
Have you been Jewish men? Strictly. Hey, wait, are you the odd one here or am I the odd one here? I don't know, because I've met so many uncircumcised men. I'm very used to that stuff. You just peel it. It's kind of like putting on a sweater. It's just kind of like putting on a sweater. Like a really tight hoodie. Welcome back to Sugar Honey Bubble Tea, a podcast aimed to amplify Asian woman voices while navigating race, dating, and wellness. I'm Ange.
Hello, I'm Toby. And before we start today's episode, please go follow us on Instagram at Sugar Honey BBT. It's at SUGAHONEYBBT. And we post a lot of content. It's very fun, so you should go.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about this all the time, and if you haven't followed us, you're not a true fan. At this point, I kindly ask you to leave.
I kindly ask you.
But also, yeah, please consider donating to us via PayPal. So we have a donation open up now. And also, when you donate to us, you can ask us one question for unsolicited Taiwanese auntie advice, and we'll give it to you. So, I mean, we have one PayPal shout out today.
Yeah.
Should we do this? What's the question and who is it from?
It's from Just Two Asian Women. And their question is, what's the best activity to do with a friend when you want to get to know them better?
Drugs.
Alcohol. I feel like you've asked the wrong people. Or
drugs. Just do drugs.
MDMA.
Cocaine at 9 a.m. That's my advice.
Oh my god, I feel like drink alcohol though, because because
okay.
like with people
let's take it down.
Yeah, let's take it down a little bit, because I feel like with people that you're not really close with at first, it's a little bit hard to be like, look, like, what's your childhood trauma? So a little bit of alcohol can go a long way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So like kind of ease the pain.
Yeah.
But honestly though, like, okay, when I say drugs, I meant like weed or something. Like if you're comfortable doing drugs with this person, like I would never do acid with someone I just met.
Yeah.
You know,
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like I would do acid and fully knowing that I'll probably ugly cry in front of them and like just tell them all my issues and traumas and I would just think they'll just get it. It's fine.
Yeah. I bet you think we're gonna say like spike ball or something, but now we're here like drugs. Alcohol.
This is the kind of podcast you're tuning into.
Yes.
But also one thing is, if you want to know if it make or break your relationship or friendship, travel together.
That's so true.
I have full on travel with some friends that I thought were good, and like literally just cut off all sorts of contact right after the trip.
Honestly, some people can be really good friends, but not great travel partners.
Yeah. A really good friend of mine, not going to call her out, but she is utterly useless traveling. Yeah. We would go
She's
to
talking about me, you guys.
No, I'm not talking about you. We traveled together, remember?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
Okay, so we did a small trip for my birthday back in like January. And it was, mind you, the whole trip was a surprise to me. So I don't have I didn't plan anything. I just told them I need my own room.
Yes.
Because I need space. I don't want to sleep with no cunts. And and they planned everything. But they had a brilliant, it was a 3-day trip. They had a brilliant idea of buying 30 croissants from Costco.
That was not my idea.
For 3 days, we all each have to eat 10 croissants.
I actually didn't. I actually probably ate half. So
you were the croissant Nazi.
Yeah.
You were the whole time for 3 days. Every day she wakes up and demand people to eat croissant.
And I choose violence. I pretty much shove it in every single one of their face because I'm a Virgo. And
at one point, I think I had croissant in my asshole. Like I just had croissant up my asshole at one point.
I need things to go my way. It's my way or highway. So eat the croissant.
Yeah. Like we had nice dinner plans. No, croissant. It was just all fucking croissant.
It was the croissant and the lasagna. It really just broke me.
Steaks and croissant. Spaghetti,
Oh my
croissant.
God, everything.
Yeah,
Just-
it was fun though. But
Yeah.
it's just like someone on the food committee needs to go.
I'm safe to say that's not me.
Yeah, Costco
so-
is dangerous. But yeah, like going back, I feel like when you travel with someone, you get to know them so much better.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in a relationship and you have not traveled with this person and you've been in that relationship for, I don't know, a year. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's time to test that out.
Maybe.
Maybe it's time to know if they're a good lifelong partner.
Yeah, I recommend it if you want to break up.
Yeah, and if you really, really want to test your relationship, go to a third world country.
Or go to somewhere that's like super hectic.
Oh, like Syria.
I was thinking Japan, but okay.
Wait, Japan's not hectic?
Japan's so hectic.
Oh, Tokyo.
Yeah, there's so many people around.
But I was thinking like somewhere really chill, like Kyoto. It's
Oh,
like
okay, yeah,
relaxing
yeah.
onsen. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what's weird? Seeing your friend naked. See, that's an activity you could do to get to know each other.
I can definitely-
physically.
Okay, after this, I'll strip. Off
Would you like to
camera.
see my vagina?
My labia majora?
Here, you want to see my left labia? Meet lady labia.
Oh my God. They're like, what did we sign up for?
But yeah, like, I don't know. I think generally I have a good time getting to know someone, just laughing, like nothing too serious.
Yeah.
Like when you take out freaking, I don't know, like 21 questions, 36 questions to get to know each other, that just ruins
Yeah.
the mood.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
No.
Yeah, that at that point, I'll just know I won't want to get to know you. Like, I don't want to be
Or
friends
just
with
pick
you.
like an activity. Like if you guys both like, I don't know, hiking or working out, go do that together.
Didn't you go paddle boarding with someone?
Oh yeah. It was like a 5 people paddle board.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah. It was
That sounds... Are you still friends with all of them?
no.
So don't paddleboard. Let's
Don't
not do
paddle
that.
board. Don't do water activity.
Yeah, but I feel like when we do go to Rise Cycle, like when we
Yeah.
do spin together, spiritual moment.
There's something very spiritual about like conquering death together. In that
Bungee
way.
jump.
Yeah. That way.
Yeah, I feel like people who donate to us are like,
Yeah.
these people are insane.
I'm gonna take it back.
Speaking of friendship, yeah, I mean, we haven't seen each other for half a year and we have now reunited. And it's great to be in person. I feel like I barely know you anymore. So maybe we should go do some of those activities we just talked about.
Yeah, it feels so like surreal.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I'm like, what is this like?
What are some big life events that happened for you in 2021? Because I mean, being apart for so long, obviously we do talk to each other and we obviously still do have the podcast running.
Yeah.
But it's not the same. It's not the same
Yeah.
when you're sitting couch to couch with someone.
Couch to couch. When you were away, I went through the Great Depression of 2021.
Single-handedly.
Single-handedly, I'm kind of not in a recession now, so that's that.
With the wallet
With the wallet,
situation?
yeah. I feel like 20. Okay, so in 2020, I was like, yeah, 2020 was the year of realizing things. I'm just here realizing things. My friends are realizing things.
Real lies, real eyes.
Eyes, real lies. 2021 is the year of realizing things for me.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. So
So-
what was 2020 then? Just
I don't know.
Waking
anymore.
up.
Yeah, just waking up. Living, I don't know. But I basically had to like kind of confront a lot of my mental illness issue and deal with kind of the toxic like thought patterns or past trauma. So I feel like the first half was kind of just me trying to like keep afloat with all the responsibilities I have while trying to like be okay health wise and my mental wise.
Do you feel like you had spent a lot of time alone in 2021?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because I remember when I left in 2020, the only people we were seeing was each other and maybe like 2 other friends.
Yeah.
And I left.
Yeah.
And you basically was under house arrest.
I started wearing one of those like ankle strap things. And then I like went on. Yeah. I mean, I was still doing my thing. Like I was like working out and all this stuff. But I feel like at one point I was definitely like, this is when we're under lockdown again or back in, I don't know, beginning of the year. I was like, oh, this feels very lonely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does get really lonely.
And I went on Hinge dates. So
Hinge is, I want to talk about online dating. This whole, like, I don't know if it's healthy.
Right. Yeah, is it just because you're seeing me doing it?
Suffering.
I am quite a toxic character myself. So
because I think online dating is so the way it works is just too convenient.
Right.
Conveniently to say no, to like reject people.
Right.
And then it just like when you have swiped left for, I don't know, 20 minutes, what you're left with is like 0 people to you match with, but like depression. You just walk away with just feeling like really lonely, feeling like there's nobody out there for me.
Yeah.
That's kind of like my experience with online dating.
Yeah.
I've never really had successful experiences with online dating. Just those dating apps. I mean, we did meet, like, I mean, I met some people. And they're just not... They're okay. I'm not gonna. Yeah, they're fine.
They're listening to this right now, like, so sad.
They're like, I went on a date with this girl.
Yeah. So what have you been up to while you were away in Taiwan without me?
Oh, just a lot of fun. Because Taiwan wasn't under lockdown up until like a month before I left. And during that whole time, I was going out, I was drinking, I met so many people, made some friends, started a relationship. And yeah, it was great. Like, I don't know. I feel like being in Taiwan was very unexpected for me.
Right.
And for that long, super unexpected for me. And then at the same time, I've never been in a single long distance relationship, but ever since COVID, I've been in like 2. So I don't know what my issue is.
I don't know what your issue is. I'm trying to
figure out. It's like, why can't I just have local dick? Like,
focus on the dick in your city.
Neighborhood dick.
Yeah,
community
that's my one community.
Find your community dick.
Oh my god, that's my one.
Yeah, don't go FedExing World UPS somewhere else. It's just too much work. No. But yeah, I can't help it. You know, it's life. Shit happens.
Love happens.
Yeah, and I'm not going to talk further about that. There are no official media release on this topic from
Both
Sugar Honey Bubble Tea.
have signed an NDA. So we're not going to be talking about
this is a
anything.
legal issue, so we're not going to talk about it.
Okay. Yeah.
But like, what about you?
Well, I recently got off of dating apps, Hinge.
Right. Wait, why?
Because I'm too mentally ill to keep a regular connection.
Okay.
Well, also because the entire time that I've had Hinge, I was kind of like half-assing it. Like I've only went on 2 dates.
That's how I felt.
Yeah. So I was like, well, the only reason why I have it is because I feel like I need to have it because I'm single and I'm like, what is a single person doing without an app? But
there are so many like unspoken rules of being single that makes people feel like, oh, I should do this. Yeah. No, honey, you shouldn't do anything.
Almost as the only single friend in many friend groups, I feel like I need to bring the toxicity.
You have the responsibility.
Yeah, I have like the burden on my shoulder, break the back to carry all these so I can bring the drama, bring the toxicity.
Am I the
drama?
Me?
Into everyone's life. You're welcome.
Because people in relationships love to go to their single friends and be like, what's going on?
I know.
Are you having sex? How's the sex? Because they don't have sex themselves.
Yeah, I am having sex. Oh, I mean, I was.
Not anymore.
Yeah, I was getting railed.
Well, yeah. And then the person you're railing decided to
flee the country like I did last month. We're all mutable signs, so it's there are a lot of fleeing involved in the
What's mutable signs?
It's basically like horoscopes that like change. Like there are certain signs that are like mutable. So
right.
Yeah.
I think Aquarius is not. It's like a stable sign. Fixed. Yeah.
Mentally stable sign.
Mentally stable.
Yeah.
Financially fixed sign.
Fixed. Yeah, but I'm kind of like, I feel like I don't even know how to describe my current situation. Just like some sort of entanglements. But yeah, it's good.
Where are you at with life? Like your mindset wise? Where are you at?
I feel like the entire year I kind of just feel like I'm in this weird like transitional stage of like life. It's just
so
like
conceptual.
Yeah, it's just like this like transient prison. Everyone's gonna be like, what the fuck is this person talking about? It's just like I feel like I was kind of trying to like, because you know how like when you first, I feel like it's like when you first started something, you're like, yes, like I have a clear goal, that's where I want to go.
Yeah.
Or like when you're like near the end of something, you're like, oh yeah, the end is near, so but I am now in the middle where it's a little bit confusing for me, and I'm kind of like not trying to not focus on like the things I've lost or the things that I really want, and just kind of enjoying the process of it. Yeah, that's what my current focus.
Like living in the moment kind of deal.
Yeah, it's very hard for me.
Oh, because like, do you not have any goals?
No.
No, this is a really interesting thing, because
Yeah.
like we were talking about this before we started recording. It's about how I'm like a very goal oriented person.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you guys all know I'm on the two ends of the spectrum. I say this all the time. I have no middle ground. I'm
Yeah.
like, I have daily to do this, which is like 5 items every day, and then I have like a 10-year plan. There's nothing in between.
I'm like always so curious of people who have like 5-10 years plans, because I'm like, what is that like?
I just have like, oh, this is what where I want to end up in a coffin. I'm ordering a coffin from Amazon in 5 years. It's just a
photo of a headstone. This is where I see myself in 10 years.
Imagine going for an interview and the HR is like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And you pull out
this tomb.
What would you have on your tombstone?
Some sort of emoji. Like, I feel like it's more me. I have to be like, kind of like a seal
like
emoji.
A bit quirky. Yeah. And then like a quote from your favorite song.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Something like,
take that rubber off, fuck the hoe, me to me. I did not say that. That did not come from me.
Wow, that tombstone. What would I have? I think it would just be it would be nothingness. I don't want anything written on my tombstone.
Not even your name.
Not my name.
A blank
just a blank tombstone. But I want like a really nice tombstone, like something from like space, some shit like that.
Those moon, like a piece
some sort of stone, I don't want people to know where I'm buried.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like one of those, some like really famous people.
You have to make it really
like
difficult
painters.
for others even when you're dead. Eh?
Yes.
It's like,
Imagine
I hope you suffer.
my loved ones trying to find me. Like, this bitch. Every year they're trying to visit me. They're like, this bitch. Can't find her.
Oh my God.
And people just stop visiting.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you actually just ghost them.
I literally ghost them. I don't even want a tombstone. I want to be like cremated and like made into
like a tree or something.
No.
Okay.
I want to be like scattered into the ocean or something.
Oh.
Yeah, or like take me up in the sky and then just scatter me in people's lunch on the patio.
Am I the drama?
Me? Am I the drama? I just want to still bring inconvenience to people even when I'm
you're
dead.
Oh my god, I can't.
But also, like, I just don't believe in like taking up physical space on Earth when I'm dead.
I mean,
I am dead. Like, leave me alone.
that is something you have to discuss with your future whoever that's burying you.
I'm letting all of you guys know, all my listeners. So yeah, I don't want to take up any more space. I barely want to take up space now.
Don't want to be perceived. Nothingness.
Exactly. Well, I feel like I'm really happy where I am in life right now. Sometimes I feel like I give myself a lot of pressure to grow.
Yeah.
I'm goal oriented kind of person, and so I'm always like, if I don't hit something, if I don't make something happen, I give myself I guilt trip myself a lot to be like, why are you almost 30 and not where you think you will be, that kind of feeling. But I'm starting to be a bit more like, it's okay, like just being okay with where I am, like knowing that I'm exactly where I need to be, and it's just all a process. Being okay with not growing, or minimal growth, and just enjoying the moment,
or like growing in not a traditional way.
Yes,
because like I think people see growth and there's like a very, or like people think success and then there's like a very like images that come to mind. But just like kind of know that success is very different for everyone. Exactly. And growth is also very different for everyone.
And I think the whole idea of success by society is so structured and rigid that it's like, you need to have a nice house, drive a nice car, be married, have this amount of money, own a chihuahua, drive a Tesla, shoot yourself into fucking space for 2 seconds. Have you seen?
And not end world hunger.
While you're at it.
Continue to bullying your employees so they have no time to pee. While you shoot yourself into space.
Yeah. I bet he's like shooting himself into space for, what was it, 2 minutes? He's just like, finally I'm leaving these peasants.
Just like jerking off. Peasant.
He's trying to leave the poor people. He's like, I'm not ending world hunger, I'm trying to leave them.
But bitch. No. I think that's so true though, like the being okay with where you are, because I feel like a lot of the times I kind of get caught up in like, I'm like, oh, this is like what I should have done, this is what should have happened, maybe like there's a lot of those like should have, could have, would have, but I think I'm just kind of realizing that maybe everything needed to happen for me to get here. Like they happened for me, not to me.
Yeah. I mean, like so much happened during this half year. Are there any unexpected turns for you?
I mean, this whole year was a little bit of a... Yeah. It's actually really weird because I definitely entered the year with more of like an optimistic outlook.
Everyone.
I think everyone did.
New Year's Eve, everyone is like optimistic as fuck.
Everyone's like, peace, COVID.
Yeah.
And then
January 2nd still wearing that mask.
Yeah.
So I don't know why you guys so hyped about it.
Yeah.
Calm down.
There was definitely like a whole like expectation versus reality drop for me.
Yeah.
And that was like very difficult, I guess, in the beginning. I was like, oh, I actually did not become the person who I thought I would be.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The whole like feeling guilty of not being where you think you are supposed to be.
Everything is very unexpected for me up until now.
You know what's really unexpected for me? Is that this podcast lasted as long as it has been.
It's still happening.
It's been 1 full year.
It's been one
full calendar year. And we're still here, and people listening to us shoot the shit.
Yeah.
Talk about doing drugs and suggesting people to travel to break their relationship. Like this is and that's really unexpected for me because not that I don't believe in what we do.
Right.
It's just that I didn't know people would want to hear what we have to say
For a whole year.
I'm like, me?
Am I the drama?
I as peasant.
Maybe after this episode, most of them will
just leave.
They're like, yeah, you guys are not the drama.
Hey, sugar honeys, if you made it this far, probably means you're obsessed with us. And so we kindly ask you to share a screenshot of this episode on your Instagram and tag us. So we get to meet some new listeners. We get to share our podcast with other people. And you can also leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. We are super grateful for all the DMs of people, telling us that they love our podcast and, giving us all these kind words. But please go write that on Apple Podcasts. Because honestly, you have no idea how, each rating and review gives podcasters. It gives us a little bump that pushes a show up higher in the ranking and also help new listeners discover our show. So it's super, super important. And if you could just do that for us, even if you're not an Apple Podcast user, it's a free app. Abuse it. And that's it. Let's continue with the show. So how has this podcast changed your life?
It has added a lot of fun in my life.
Right.
I mean, it's like, it makes, I guess, like day-to-day normal living feels more meaningful. And that I have started to critical think so much that I am constantly in a ditch, just in oblivion.
Is that a good thing?
I kind of like, well, I really like it because I just feel like kind of through critical thinking and, thinking about like problems that are going on in the world, like I also learn a lot about myself through the perspectives I have on the world, if that makes sense.
You know what I also find is nice with this podcast that I don't know if it changed my life, but it definitely helped in many aspects, is that how when you have therapy sessions, it's always like once a week, or like twice, like once every 2 weeks or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever we can afford on our salary. And, but like sometimes in between those times you have like small minor feelings or emotions that you don't know, there's nowhere to express. And this podcast just kind of is a safe space for us to do that. Even though we know people are judging us, we feel like fully does not give a fuck. And it's just nice to have a place to kind of like put our voice or feelings out there. And sometimes I just find that it's interesting to know that other people, because we get DMs quite a bit, knowing that other people also relate to how we feel.
Yeah, it's almost like a validation thing for me too. Where like sometimes feels just really like assuring when someone's like, oh, I too feel the same way about something.
Because I remember we got this one DM the other day that I thought was really interesting, was that in the previous episode we talked about being Asian and having that enormous amount of guilt towards our family. And someone DM us and was talking about how she has never felt like it was appropriate to talk about as an Asian, to talk about their family or their parents in such way. I mean, we didn't talk ill about them. We just kind of talked about our emotions and feelings in the most truthful way,
like honest.
And I thought that was so nice to know that someone actually, so I don't feel as shit, you know?
It's good to kind of know that what we're doing is making other people feel like they belong or don't feel weird about something. And like that's probably like my favorite part about making things. It's just like, so then people can feel something, anything.
Because I mean, we made a point not to talk about our work, full-time job on this podcast, but like there are times where I feel like we do work in corporate, and corporate is not the most fulfilling from time to time. Like, you're just making products or making things for someone else. But with the podcast, every little thing is from us. Like, even if it's just the smallest effort, that is still us. Yeah. And so it's so fulfilling. You know what also has changed my life? Little Knowledge Sunday segments. I force myself to learn something new every week so I could share with people.
You've learned so much.
I've learned so many random facts. Ask me anything.
I feel like that's like a good way too, because I've learned like so much about wellness stuff or like mental health things just through like reading all of those.
Yeah, because your segment on Wednesday Vibe Check, talks a lot about mental health and wellness, depression, all along that line. And Little Knowledge Sunday, which is a Sunday segment that we've decided to discontinue, by the way, because we like to do something else for Sunday, and we feel like the two might be a little too similar. As much as we are working on this podcast, we actually put the equal amount of time in our Instagram, if not more, honestly.
Yeah. Like, it's nice to know that what you're doing is kind of like changing and then affecting people around us, even though it could be like in a very small way, or people just saying, hey, that was like so fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
you made my day. And that just
that's all I need. Yeah, go put that on Apple Podcast. DM us and then copy the exact same thing and just go and abuse Apple Podcast reviews, please. What are some failures?
When we first started, we thought that we could like sit around a Blue Yeti mic and not do shit.
We thought we could sit around one single Blue Yeti mic and between the two of us. And the audio came out like we recorded the whole thing from our bathtub.
I actually didn't I know it was not the best, but it didn't hit me how bad it is until I've listened to the difference.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, that was really bad.
Yeah. And then I went on a full maniac shopping spree to upgrade everything. So now it's a lot better. Yeah. But yeah, that was terrible. But I feel like our biggest failures are also our biggest growth. Because we recognize that it ain't working. So
yeah, it ain't great.
So we fixed it. We just want to share. We honestly, genuinely, I mean, the goal and the intention of this podcast is to share our feelings, our thoughts, and just trying to relate with people that have the same background with us, or the same upbringing, or the same whatever. You know. It could be anything. Yeah. But, we just want to do that.
And also, I choose to be normal in real life so I can be insane online. So make sure you go follow there for more of my personalities.
I feel like I'm insane. Do you feel like I have a online personality?
No, I feel like you're pretty close to normal, but I actually feel like I'm insane. Like, because I'm a very like, I think that's what it is, because I'm a very like lukewarm person. Yeah. With a lot of people, and like only people who I'm close with will get like a taste of insanity. And I somehow feel like I'm very close to all my followers on Instagram. And this woman, just me having this like uncontrollable urge to overshare every day. I just don't know why. I just like need to make it out there. I just need to make everyone know the most like minor details of my day. And meanwhile, like I feel like people still don't know anything about me, but I just like overshare myself into
I do oblivion. That. You know how people are like, oh, Aquarius don't share their emotions, whatever. I'm not that Aquarius. I'm the Aquarius that I don't give a shit. I'll share all my emotions, but you will still not like you will still not get to, you're still not close to me, even if you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like I'll share all my
know.
emotions with people and fully don't give a shit, but like there's people have told me they still feel like there's still this wall.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just like, there's nothing I could do about it.
There's nothing from my end, so
I have contributed everything. Why don't you do something?
Oh my god, yeah. So
because I feel like emotions are just emotions. Like it's overrated sometimes. Yeah. Like obviously you should respect your emotions, other people's emotions, all that all that stuff. Like yeah. Like we all know that. But also at the same time, what is this big deal of trying to hide your emotions, or especially in relationships, getting to know someone? Like if you like someone, fuck them. Like that's it. Just move on.
Everything is just so
if you like
tricky.
them, they like you. What's the issue?
The issue is the year that we exist in, ma'am. It's like, do you like me? Yeah, I like you too. Okay, so let's just be friends. Yeah.
See, this is like, how did we get
here? It's not honestly so sad because I was like thinking about online dating and I'm like, I actually hate it here. Like I hate it with all my passion. I just hate online dating. But it's like you almost can't escape.
Why is
it's just like capitalism. You either participate and be like part of the system, or you be a broke bitch. But my parents didn't move me across the world to be a broke bitch, so I'm gonna be a capitalism's little bitch.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, so it's like I want to get laid, so
I have to be on this app.
Yeah,
but like there's no other way because because
no
we're in the middle
way.
of a panini, honey. Like there's
in the middle of a panini, you are getting your ass ate. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am Karen. Yeah.
But but there gotta be better ways. I honestly, I don't know. I'm at that point in my life where, I've always sort of been like, I want to have I guess I'm a serial monogamous. I want to be. I've always wanted to be in a stable relationship. Though there have been time to time where I was possessed and, wanted to, like, I go on like five,
I think we were both
5 Bumble dates in the span of a week. And I was just fully possessed by something. And then after that, I'm like, this is exhausting. Like, I already have a full-time job. I don't need another one.
I know.
And so, but I've always date for the outcome of having a stable relationship.
Right.
Yeah, I've never really want to just have I always catch feels, so I mean
I feel like but then I was kind of like in that mindset of like actively trying not to date seriously for like a while, like a year or two. But then I feel like now I actually feel okay. Like it's okay. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready to invite love into my life.
Right.
Because I feel like it's an equal amount of like happiness as also like a lot of fear factor for me. And just to get here, I had to do a lot of like self work basically for me to like feel okay, for me to like not feel like I'm projecting onto others. And
so do you feel like you're ready for a commitment?
Yeah, I feel like I can. Like I'm willing to. Like I want to. I'm not necessarily actively doing it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not necessarily taking my own advice actively, but I'm like I want to like trust people. I want to like love.
Yeah.
I want to find love. That's what I want.
So okay, going back to you thinking you're insane online.
Yeah.
I don't think you are, honestly. Like I feel like maybe you give yourself a lot of pressure.
Right.
But you're not really insane
But
online.
I always get that, maybe because like you're close to me, but I always get that little like, oh, you're just like a lot more calm than I thought you would be. But that's because they haven't cracked the wall to get to my other 82 personalities.
Yeah.
So they're only seeing this one little skin suit that I've chose to entertain them.
Yeah, but then sometimes you like one of your 82 personalities pops out and just is on social media, and people are like, "Oh, I didn't know Toby's like that." Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, Toby is everything. Like I just like for
She's
people
every
to know.
woman.
She's every woman. She's. Anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't
Insane.
feel like you're insane. I feel like I'm insane online sometimes. Have you seen my reels? I made a reel this morning because I ate. I got this yogurt from Costco. This is so minor. I got this yogurt from Costco that tastes like my moisturizer.
Oh my God.
So I decided to take 10-15 minutes out of my workday and made a reel about it. I am full Gen
As
Z
you
now.
should.
I'm a whole ass Gen Z now.
She no longer identify with millennial.
No, that's not my pronoun.
It's now Gen Z, she, her.
Gen Z, she, her, cunt.
Cunts. Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, let's wrap this up. I want to get a drink with you. Let's go get a drink. Is it
Let's
happy
go
hour?
get drunk. Every hour is happy hour if you want it to be, hun.
You know what? That's what's going on my tombstone. That's it. We have come
Every
full circle.
hour is happy hour.
All right. Last question. What are you most grateful for?
Oh my God.
Gratitude, honey.
Gratitude is the attitude. I feel like if I have to say something right now, I just feel like the person being put on the spot when they receive some sort of award.
I like to think.
I'm cringe, but I'm free. 3 things. First of all, gratitude. I feel like having this platform is a real privilege, and that, you know, like people invite us into your life and make space for us to hear what we have to say. That is very important. So I'm very grateful to have that.
Absolutely.
And
You
second
guys.
of all, I'm grateful for you.
Oh.
Just not just as a co-host, but also as a friend, because I have been insane and in pain this past year. But I feel like there's just like, I think I've always felt like safe to be insane.
To be insane with me, because I'm insane, so it's fine.
Yeah, so I feel like that's very comforting. And also just myself, I'm very grateful for myself, because honey, we made it. Honestly,
Honey, we made it.
Yeah, I'm very grateful for myself for pushing through every moment when I thought I couldn't make it anymore.
You're
I
every
actively
woman.
choosing to stay here. So
and not buying that coffin from
not
Amazon.
buying that coffin.
Amazon Prime that coffin. We joke about death a lot, don't we?
Yeah, but I mean, if you can't laugh about it, you cry.
So might as well laugh about it.
Yeah. What are you grateful for?
Man, first of all, I guess it's like the same as you.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm just so grateful for anyone that's tuning into us, and leaving, kind words and participating at giveaways and tagging your friends and spreading it. Like, that's just means so much to us. So thank you guys, that we wouldn't be here without you all. I wouldn't be sitting here still shooting my shit if nobody's listening. So yeah, I'm always like, I screenshot all of those like DMs of people that DM us and say nice words. And like from time to time when I'm in insanity, I just go through them and be like, you know what, at least someone likes me.
That's her Aries moon talking.
Yeah, like at least someone likes us. Like this is worth it,
It's worth it.
Because there are times where I'm like, this is not worth it. I'm spending so much time doing this, and like, is anyone even out there? But yeah, no, definitely grateful for you guys. And then I'm also grateful for you. Like, I've heard during 2020 and 2021, I've heard so many. Okay, so this is what happens when there's a panini is that people decide to go into business with each other, like friends or strangers or whatever, because there's just like spontaneous ideas. I'm like, this is a great idea. I'm going to go into business with this person, which is us. Yeah. Not going to lie. But then near the end of 2020, and a lot of people, including a lot of my friends who have gone into business with people, all have pretty bad outcomes. And I'm every time I hear their story, I'm always so grateful that I am not like, we're not like that.
Yeah.
We have so much trust in each other.
Yeah.
We have a joint bank account that has no, like, you could do whatever with it. Like, we're no limit. Fraudulent activity. At one point, you wanted to buy a pug.
Yeah.
I was concerned, but then I was like, it's fine. She won't do it, right? Yeah, it's just like so many times I've heard people, the horror stories of starting a business during a panini. And like, I'm just so grateful that we're not like that. And we are
insane.
Two insane people that somehow
cancel each other's
we cancel each other out.
Insanity out. And it's somehow a very sane combo.
Working together. And you know, there are times where I'm busy and then you take on extra work, or you're busy and then I take on extra work. It's always, it's quite fluid with the way we work. And it's not like certain, like other people are more like rigid, like, oh, this is your responsibility. Why don't you do it? Yeah. We're just, I think the way we work is really nice. And I'm super grateful for having you in my life. And, you know, being for this 1 year journey of shooting the shit once again.
Insanity.
Yeah. And I mean, I feel like from time to time, I have all these like insane ideas. I'm like, oh my God, let's do this. And never once you said no. You're always like, oh yeah, okay, let's do it.
I'm literally the most like agreeable person.
Because I would be like 4 a.m. and I'll text you and be like, let's go on a picnic.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, I'm like, let's do a sugar honey bubble tea picnic. And then you're like, yeah, let's do it. And then already got the documents set up.
Yeah, because I'm literally always like, people can be like, let's go check out the dumpster. And I'm like, fuck yeah, let's do it.
Let's set the dumpster on fire.
Let's go into the dumpster. Let's dive deep. It's just like, what's there to lose, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm super grateful for you. And then I'm also really grateful for our Asian listeners, which I want to mention, because we decided to start Mandarin episodes. Yeah. And without even any solid plans, we're just like, let's just take our toxicity to a different language and see what happens.
Make it international.
Yeah, let's just make this shit international and see what happens. And the response was pretty good. Like, Taiwan is actually our second most listened country now.
I think so,
after Canada, and it's increasingly growing. So the growth is good there. And also I think it helped that I was in Asia for half a year.
Yeah, for sure.
And just basically pointing a gun at people's head and making them listen and follow us. But I'm just grateful for this, I guess, business growing.
Yeah. She's a grower, guys.
She's a grower.
She's a grower.
Asians are growers. Asians are growers.
So we are.
You know what? Especially men with foreskin, they are ultimate growers.
I don't know if I've said this on the podcast, but I've never been entangled with a man that's uncircumcised.
Have you been Jewish men? Strictly.
I don't know how I managed to find the circumcised.
How?
I don't know.
They are all uncircumcised.
Oh, not a man I've slept with, hon.
Hey, wait, are you the odd one here or am I the odd one here? I don't know, because I've met so many uncircumcised men. I'm very used to that stuff. You just peel that. Okay. You just peel it. It's like
It's terrifying to me. I don't think I can ever recover from the shock. I can't.
It's just kind of like putting on a sweater. It's just kind of like putting on a sweater, like a really tight hoodie. Like those Aritzia ones where like your head is like literally like stuck on your forehead.
It's just like
It's
right here. I don't know. I'm just like now that I'm trying to remember, I'm like, yeah, I feel like every single man I've been entangled with was circumcised.
Asian or not Asian, they're all circumcised.
Yeah.
Oh. What? And also I find really interesting is that they all eat your ass.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter the race.
Me, I'm like, I don't know how I happen to be so lucky. Me when I'm doing witchcraft at home, like, please eat my ass. Please eat my ass.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Like,
it's so weird.
It's so rare. But anyways, let's wrap this up. I want to get a cocktail.
Okay. If you like our content and did not get scared away by the insanity, you can go follow us on Instagram at sugarhoneyBBT at SUGAHONEYBBT for more insane contents. You can also keep up with the mamis at BBT Mommy and at Sensitive Bow for even more insane contents. I guess this is goodbye.
Go purchase that coffin.
Go be insane online.
All right, bye.